Interesting. Okay, let's go. Otitako Renji. I'm Kemi Omololu. Good evening. Thank you so much for all the patience you've had. On the first half of the show, I had the music 11 a.m. in the morning, the time most of us go to church. Now, today on this show, we're going to be discussing a very, very serious topic. It's House on the Rock versus Coza. The Timi Dakolo and Busola Pastor Biodu Fatoyibo has gotten to heights that is very irritating, and I've done a lot of investigations. A lot of my investigations have got a lot of people mad. There's been many distractions, and I'm used to that as an investigative journalist. Every time I do an investigation, people come up to me and they come digging into my past and they find all this rubbish. I've had criminal records posted online that I'm wanted in the. There's a US passport on my desk there in the Nigerian. Nobody can tell me what crime it is. Nobody can tell me when was I wanted and all that. Just lies. Stuff on the internet. Don't believe everything you read, okay? I just went to the US Embassy the other day and I'm wanted there, right? I didn't work in CNN for 20 years, right? I only cleaned the floors and I was a janitor and I was a parking lot attendant and I worked in the gift shop, right? Steph Africa correspondent or whatever she calls herself, her. And she went on a rampage asking me questions about my career, my credentials. Somebody that was 17 years old when I entered CNN at 30 years old. And some of you believed her. And the fake news went out that CNN said. CNN hasn't said anything. CNN PR is investigating what she did. And it's wrong. Stephanie Busari is someone that doesn't like me. I know that for a fact. Someone told me that she doesn't like me. And she started following me secretly in 2017. And she watches what I'm doing. So she decided she was going to answer me when I said, somebody said, oh, you're not even a man poor quality for investigative journalism. And that, go and learn from a man poor. I said, only if the stupid people knew I worked at CNN for 20 years. And that's what started it. And she replied to the tweet and the whole world replied to it. For all the Nigerians at BBC and everybody else, they're kind of you rambling. I'm rambling, right? I was rambling on Larry King Live when I told a Nigerian wanted to bomb an airline story. That story was my story. I broke that story and told the world that he trained in Yemen as a terrorist. While I'm trying to get this network to even work, I'm so frustrated. First thing I want you guys to do, please, 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 click share. I have to hold this phone like this. Click share because everybody has to hear what's going on today. Have you clicked share? Okay, no likes, no loves, right? Nobody really likes me tonight or loves me because of the network. Those of you abroad, I'll be sure because I haven't turned the show into Yoruba. I said it's Yoruba English. Okay, show. For anybody watching the show right now, I'm a very bold and very strong woman. Okay? Very bold, very strong. I'm not afraid of nobody. Okay? The only person I'm afraid of is up there and it's called God. Shoti Gbogboyin. Sherara to shele between Coza and House on the Rocky. Konshoro Lason. Okay? Ore Shuni. And it's time. My call when you're out lale. Okay? Timba call you out. You're not going to slander. Teba feel kwen so nice. Timba writes about you. Defamation. Combination libel. Elope lawyers. I get phone numbers lawyers in Sita because my call out when you're lale. Okay? In Cotton Shelle is between two churches. Two churches situated in basically, let me say this. Two churches where the head of one church is Yoruba and the other head is Yoruba. This is a beautiful Fatoyinbo and Paul Adefarasi situation. And I've solved it. And I'll tell you my findings on it. Okay? I'm going to be 55 years old in about 2 weeks. All right? In about 3 days, we're going to go crazy because July 25th is coming. My birthday is August 6th, but July 25th, we go crazy. We come in like lions. Yeah, we're coming. We're coming. We're here. Leo. Leo enters. I celebrate that day. All the lions, shout out to you. I'm a very bold woman. I'm not scared of anybody. In Cotton Shelley, who my shocking, because mo ti figure it out as an investigative journalist. First of all, Timi àti ìyàwó Busola Dakolo. Okay, tẹ́ bá ń wo show yìí nísìnyí ẹ fetí yín sílẹ̀. All right? Ẹ fetí yín sílẹ̀, Timi, especially you. You're using your wife for blackmail. I'm saying it. I'm not using a non-affirmative words. I'm not saying allegedly. You are using your wife for blackmail. Stop it. You're going into a very dangerous territory. The police is so disorganized in this case that they don't even know what they're doing. Oh, they filed in Alagmo. Oh, the pastor hasn't been called. Oh, this one, that one. Timmy, you're saying the pastor, Fatou Yibo, has not been called for questioning. He's been called twice. He's gone in, invited twice. You're ranting on social media saying he hasn't gone in. Invitation here. She wants to go in. I understood that you were served on Saturday and you're going in tomorrow. You were supposed to go in today, but they changed all that stuff. No more Abuja, everything in Lagos. According to the IGP, they want them to merge the Abuja case with the Lagos case and everything go to Lagos. But we have not been able to get answers back from the IGP. What we're getting, okay, is a confusion between police and police. And Punch newspaper is carrying a lot of fake news and false things in the process. Okay? Now, to those at Punch, you guys should have learned your lessons better. Okay? This one that you're calling me controversial blogger, I John Tori alone, journalist to me. Some reporters cannot be writing stories and calling me a journalist and other ones a blogger. I'm a professional blogger. I know that. I don't blog anymore. I'm a journalist now. A full-time investigative journalist. Okay? Respect people's education. This is what happened with this Busari girl on CNN. Okay? I have 3 degrees. A clinical degree in pharmacy, which gives me the doctorate. Okay, I've done retail pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, different kinds of pharmacy. Public relations degree that somebody came out and said I did not even graduate at Goucher College, and Goucher doesn't even have PR in the curriculum. Look at that. Okay, you see why I posted all my degrees online? And then, of course, my work record has been questioned by people who were not there, people who were 17 years old. Look what happened to my dad when he went to apply for money for my disabled brother who was maimed at 8 years old in a government car in the Alimos Go riots. Jonathan said he didn't know my father in state or federal. He didn't release the funds. They had to go and call Obasanjo his boss. Where was Jonathan? He was 17-year-old, hawking plantains, barefooted. Know the past, the present, and the future of wherever you're going to work. Simple. So everybody gives me this distraction. CNN, criminal record, this one, Kemi's a lie. I'm not a liar. I'm the most transparent human being in the world. Once you find out, got to share it. Once you investigate everybody deeply, with them, I call out names. Okay? Now, let me get my book before this network acts up. All right? This time of the year, Arami Manito, because bad day me impo. What's Laura creamy? What you doing, boy? What you fine? Gonna be 55, so you better send me some big gifts. So those of you say that pastor has paid me, excuse me, maybe that pastor should send me a big gift for my birthday. Don't you think? What you saw for me? What you bribe me? Yeah, that's the word, bribe me. I make my money on YouTube. I told you guys on June 27th on TVC. PTSD Awareness Day that I'm going back to work on the 1st of July. Mokpada CBJ is a want to bribe me. You are on your bruku, you know. Eh? Nonsense. I won't come to the game. Nobody arrest me to make with PTSD. Oh no, man, you can't arrest him. Prison will be in your name in Jesus' name. Prison will be your portion in Jesus' name if you ever wish me prison. Are you listening to me? I'm not playing no. Anybody that wishes me prison. I went to prison 3 times, 6 months. None of you can survive what I went through. You cannot. You will die there. You know? I became a monster in the prison. I was a general. That's what prison does to you. Google it. Anyone that goes to Port Harcourt prison comes out as an animal or Shimbajo. Just put it like that, or Shimbajo, Port Harcourt prison. You'll see it. I'm going through so much trauma. I'm living it. I'm going out in Lagos, Port Harcourt. I'm meeting people. I'm having fun. I'm doing my community therapy, and you guys are mentioning my PTSD. Mariah Afolabi Brown, who mentioned it on TVC on the show that was a disaster, apologized that night. I haven't posted the apology yet. So please don't play around with my medical situation. I know what I'm doing. I'm very fine. Okay? Even though I'm a PTSD recovery patient. Stop it and let me do my job. Don't give me any distractions. I can't buy it. Straight to the topic today. HOTR's House on the Rock is Paul Adefaras's church. Coza, Commonwealth of Zion Assembly. And that's Biodu Fatoyibo's church. Biodu is a 42-year-old pastor, very flamboyant, well-dressed, Gucci pastor, all the names. Okay? Gucci ambassadors, not Nigeria. It will hush puppy, not Gucci Kenny. And you take to a Kamaloran called Gucci for me from birthday, Mitombo. And Bemini liar, not transparent, Ogba bribe. In case you Beyonce, whoever you are, keep my name off your mouth. I saw my name at the end of your write-up saying that Madam Kemi and other social influencers have been paid to promote Biodun Fasoyinbo. Excuse me, I'm not a social media influencer in this case. I'm a journalist, an investigative one at it. Don't let me mess up my words. Let's go to the teams because I formed a web here and I'm going to do a chart on it. The Dakolos are the ones at the center of this thing. The Dakolos attend House on the Rock, okay? One of them, the wife, used to attend Coza in Ilorin. She claimed that the pastor raped her twice. She said the pastor raped her in her house while her sister was asleep upstairs. And she also claimed that the pastor, the pastor also raped her again when he picked her up to babysit a baby. On their way there, they stopped in the bush and bent her down, doggy style, and had sex, raped her on the hood of the car. Sorry, I might use some American terms. Hood is bonnet, okay? Yeah, like the bonnet iwájú mọ́tò, okay? Oni o bend o down o ṣe doggy style Busola. Oh, my favorite sex position mi nìyẹn. Doggy style ni favorite sex position mi. Stop it. Okay? So bá ṣe doggy style wàá gbé ọwọ́ ẹ sórí ibi tó máa gbé sí. Ọkùnrin dẹ̀ máa wà lẹ́yìn, ẹ dẹ̀ máa hump. Ó wá ń ba doggy style jẹ́. Ó ní pastor fún ọ ní doggy style. Doggy style is the best sex position. It's not rape. Tó bá ṣe doggy style tó àǹkọ̀ fẹ́, èwo nìyẹn. That's not rape. You're lying, Busola. You are lying. Aside from the fact that some of you are laughing in the show because I said it's my favorite sex position. You know, if you're doing doggy style, that style, you put your hand somewhere and the man is humping you from the behind, you're screaming, oh. Yes. Your hands are free. You can't push back your attacker. Something is wrong. And that car, that Mercedes was not available till 2003. But it existed when you were raped, right? Don't play these games, Busola Dakolo. Don't. Let me tell you what's going on. If you go to my house in Molite in Ibadan, okay, you will see a Mercedes in the back of my father's office. And all the Mercedes sitting on bricks, no tires. That is a Mercedes that my father used in 1983 as governor. The official Mercedes that took him to work every day. Everything. Do you know that if it was that Mercedes that you are holding, do you know police can go to that very Mercedes and scrape the bonnet to find DNA if they found the pastor's DNA or your DNA? Be very careful. Okay, this couldn't have happened. There was no timeline in your story. You all look back throughout. Okay? Musolori TVC. Quick was the timeline in the story, Busola. Busola Baroni. Okay? And to Baron Renishe. Mo ma dig mo de ma day end investigation. I mean ma share investigation titi day end be police. So keep gbogbo yin feti yin sílẹ̀ because Yoruba ni gbogbo yin nu church yẹn. House on the Rock o, Coza gbogbo yin. And to ma call yin out len wa. Number one person to ma call out leni. Tí èyàn bá ní problem ní church. Okay? Media call ma lọ bá. Kí lẹ ma ta lẹ ma lọ bá tẹ́ bá ní problem ní church. You have a problem in your church? Who do you go to? I'm a motivational speaker and God please help me. I want to be a woman of God because I want to preach to people. Okay, there's 2 more things I want to do in this world. 3 actually, but 1 is almost impossible. I want to be a lawyer, a human rights lawyer. That means going back to school. That one is almost impossible. I want to be the first female president of Nigeria. You know, that way I can lock up everyone that stole oil or got oil blocks. Yeah, Deji Adeleke, I'm waiting for you. Bye-bye, Davido. We're going to take oil blocks. Mrs. Follower Show Lakija, you are okay there. A woman thing. I have to put some humor in the show. But my third dream is actually my first dream, to be a woman of God and to be able to preach motivationally like my spiritual mother, Joyce Meyer, to you. Because a lot of you don't understand how life works. You live in lies and you don't want to improve that. Now, I hope everybody has hit share. Share. Now, Pastor Lanre Olusheye, I know you'll be shocked. I hope he's watching you. If you know him, contact him. Lanre Olusheye, Pastor Lanre of House on the Rock, Port Harcourt. You're the first person I'm going to call out. When I looked at your sermons, you were shading Biodun Fasoyinbo. You were using Biodun Fasoyinbo as a prayer point. It is completely wrong. It is uncalled for. It is wrong. When your sheep has a problem, they come to you. They don't go to the media. Some sheep will go to the hairdresser. How many of you have problems? And you're sitting down in a hairdressing salon and they're doing your hair or cutting. You tell your problems to the barber. You tell your problems to the hairdresser. We all do it. We all do it psychologically because we have faith in them. But you're really supposed to go to your pastor first. Pastor Larry and then Pastor Paul Adifarasi of House on the Rock in Lekki. I'm very disappointed at both of you. Notwithstanding, one of you or someone else in that House on the Rock thing called my dad to tell my dad that an Igbo journalist was threatening me. An attempt to push me out of this investigation. Koleshele. I recorded the man. He's 84 years old. Every time I talk to my dad, I'm recording him so that I can play something when he dies. Okay? Don't test me. Don't step on my toes. I will release this man's recording with me and what my father said. The only thing my father didn't say was the exact name of the pastor who called him from a House on the Rock. He shocked me. Investigation, my call outs. Whoever called my dad made a mistake. If I have to play that recording, finish. I can bring down a church. Most 2 or 3 churches will be brought down. I'm not allowed to disclose anything. Okay, my father begged me not to release the recording, but don't do it again. Okay, I don't tell you how to do your job. Don't tell me how to do my job. Don't go to my father and start bitching about me doing an investigation. I don't like it. I'm not a kid. The last time I did this stuff, I put it in the punch and disgraced a lot of prominent figures who would call my dad because they didn't like my posts on social media. Pastor Lusheye, the prayer points are very, very volatile. I think you should refrain from that. You can't use another pastor, okay, for shading in a sermon. This thing was going on with Pastor David Ibiyomi, my spiritual father, and Chibuzo, Apostle Chibuzo of OPM. When I left prison, Chibuzo invited me to his house. I met with him. I had snacks, I had a drink, beautiful house in the GRA. He showed me, he just put his iPad in front of me and showed me all the stuff he does in his church. O qualify and share Boys Scotta Estates. O if he wants to share, o calls his corona calls, we more join church. He did quite a lot. I was selling pure water under that bridge 10 years ago. I had a fun time with Chibuzo, OPM. Okay, and I go to Salvation Ministry. The same man that locked me up. But of course, you know why? Because I gave my life to Christ and I saw that I was used by the devil. When I say I was used, not that I went and wrote something about him. I took every news tip I saw, I looked at them, I tried to investigate them. Don't use me for your gain. Okay, I get millions of news tips, decline all. When I see them in the kilo komi, you know, you're not prison for any coco. Tebani problem, go to Punch. Okay, go to TVC, go to those people. Or Lenny Bogbon. The Nigerian media are just basically lazy. One investigation, one journalist, a big investigation like this, nobody wants to do it because of what? Legal reasons? Come on. That's why I have what you guys don't have, social media. And social media is what's made this case very horrible. If there was no social media, can somebody tell me on this show? Type it in. So the pastor picked me up, he raped me in the house, and then he did doggy style on the bonnet on our way to the babysitting job. She yellow TV. She my yellow radio. She tribute my custom paper. Doggy style. Bent me over. Nonsense. Timmy Abusola, stop it. Stop the nonsense. Nobody needs this. A white big cut of social media. The second person I'm calling out, Pastor Paul at Pastor Larry, House on the Rock. These people are in your congregation. It is your duty to call them to order and counsel them. That is what a pastor does. Okay, especially Ade Farasin, the head of this church. Pastor Paul, you should have sat down with the Dakolos and talked about it. You should have mediated with Biodun Fatoyibo on what was going on. If the room contained Ade Farasin, Fatoyibo, and 2 leaders in the CAN, Christian Association of Nigeria, and they talked about these things. It can disturb everybody. Precious Owolabi was killed yesterday. I saw him in a fast food place the other day, a week ago. This young journalist, Toshi NYSC, reporter for channels, a bullet hit him in the Shiite thing yesterday. By the way, let me say shout out to Femi Fani Kayode. Femi, I got the message. Very sad, you know. Rushing back to Abuja, your family and everything is out there. And there's all these riots. The thing is national now. The DCP was killed. And then the police is telling me we are not responsible for reporters in the line of fire. Come on, please. In the case like that, I'm not taking sides with the Shiite. I'm not taking sides with Buhari. I come for the truth. And the truth is that Zakzaki has to get his bail be enforced. And you can do whatever you want with him, Buhari. You can put him on house arrest or just seize his passport. But he must come to court. But no, I want people to Yari. There's so much going on in Nigeria. Killings everywhere. The Fulani said he would kill all of us in Yoruba land in the next 30 days. When you're talking about Akure Road, Biniore, they've assassinated Fashion Roti's daughter. There's a lot to be done in news. But all we're listening to every day is Busola Dakolos rape. 3 people were raped today in Lagos. 3 people were raped today in Ibadan. But it's Busola Dakolos rape 20 years ago. No timeline, nothing. Busola, stop it. Timmy, stop it. House on the Rock. My investigation showed that House on the Rock helped Timmy Dakolo win idols. Is it Nigerian Idol or something like that? Okay, if a whole church is going to vote for you, you win, you win. Okay, but Timmy, you can't be indebted to your church forever. Okay, you're being used as a tool. Stop lying, tell the truth. Pastor Paul, Pastor Larry, Talon Lo Timmy Ninu Church. Láti cause animosity against Fatoyinbo. Mi ò pàdé kankan nínú yín except the Dakolos who I interviewed. Timmy, you told me on the red carpet. Maybe you can remember, maybe not. Okay, LLAM, the one that Dari brought Kim Kardashian. I was the end of that red carpet. Everybody was interviewing you. Hip TV had that video. They took it down because you paid them, right? My cameraman was taking pictures. I didn't have a video because phone to me so boy and look up by me on pictures and would they send it to me or email it to me. I don't even think we had WhatsApp then. So I didn't have your interview, but I know what I wrote. You said your wife was pure when you met her, and I laughed and I looked at the camera. You know that laugh like, does that mean she was a virgin? You told me that. You watch your long and you got to suffer me. Watch it, that video in Hip TV. Oh, Betty it down. Just on your by anymore. Oh, yourself. Oh, archive any. Timmy, you are a liar. Okay? Your wife needs to speak out. You had a press conference on Saturday. You sat down there on the table and your wife kept quiet. What kind of press conference is that? I'm a publicist. I do PR and I do press conferences. I've held press conferences for lots of musicians, artists, crisis communications, and up to now, my first press conference, we call it presser in America. My first presser was the Adeleke child. Look how viral that went. I'm good at this stuff. Okay, I'm a spokesperson. All right, that's why I'm upset with King Buhari tonight. King B did not make me the Minister of Information. Lai actually came back. Can you imagine? Lai Mohammed is back as Minister of Information instead of Kemi Olunloyo. President Buhari, oh, there is God. I'll make the best Minister of Information in Nigeria, don't you think? So, now, what I want to say is this. Timmy, you had that news conference. Yemi Adamolekun, that sat on your right, is a complete devil. Yemi Adamolekun, I sure hope you're watching because you are a real devil. You're the definition of horns and a red face. Okay? You know what Busola wrote on her Instagram page? Sue me if you dare. Same thing here. The girl says, sue me if you dare. If Fatoyinbo sues her if he dares, then you all be crying, forgiveness. Pastors and men of God, forgive. Please, this case cannot be forgiven. No. Eti boruko Fatoyinbo je. Eti baruko family je. Eti baruko tiyi je. In the name of who? In the name of sponsor Abi. Tani sponsor yi. Moshima pinpoint sponsor me, my call sponsor out. But right now, Eniteje GOs, Ni House on the Rock, Pastor Adefarasi, Ati Pastor Port Harcourt, Larry, Toman Shady Biodu, all the time. You all need to get it together. I have a 42-year-old brother, just like Biodu's age, 42, who's a pastor at Redeem in London, Jesus House, Ayobami Olunloyo. If you know him, he's actually my brother, and I'm 13 years older than him. I used to back him, even because I was 13 years old, my bomb everything. That is my brother. Give me white chocolate because I buy me 42 years old rape and con church. You know nonsense when you easily. Now, me see comments. People are coming into the program. And the network is very good. 444. Look at that. That's my number. 444. Ambassador, are you in this program? Because 444 just showed up. The angel's number. When you see 444, it's a leap of faith. Look at numerology. If you see 666, fear, anxiety, and everything, 444 ni mo rí every day. Kò sáàdúrà tí mo gbà sọ́lọ́run tí Ọlọ́run gbàdúrà mi. Mo wà ní hotel àwọn èèyàn sọ pé mo wà ní newly furnished office tí Fátóyìnbó fún mi. Orí yóò pè. Fátóyìnbó ló fún mi ní fún mi. Mi ò gbóhùn ẹ̀rí láyé mi. Mi bá sọ̀rọ̀ rí mi ò rí rí. Mo investigate gbogbo yín ní kẹfẹ́ tí ń sílẹ̀. I'm not playing around with you guys. I have 9 prizes in investigative journalism. Okay? I'm not going to sit on somebody saying I have a criminal record. I didn't work at CNN. I didn't do. I'm a liar. I'm not going to sit on that nonsense. Everything I've done has come true. Linda Keji was never pregnant. Ó gbé kíní sí ikùn, ó gbé surrogate baby lọ. Ṣoṣo yín video nígbà tó ń bímọ. Tọ́mọ ń sunkún. All lies. Emma believe in lies. So pé jẹ́ Nigerians tó wà nílé. Don't let people make you look stupid. Nigerians are the most brilliant people in the world. We have oil in our backyard. We're letting people suffer us. When I was 18 years old or 17 or wherever I was when I was going to America itself, that money was 0.5. You carried 12,000 naira inside UBA. You got $15,000. You know what I mean? Americans worshipped us. ACS, gbogbo bẹ̀yẹn. Àwọn Americans ló máa wà ní ACS. Àwọn ọlọ́mọ àtúntà àti ẹ̀ ń tó sẹ̀ wọ́n gbé visa wá sílé wa ni. We're going to embassy on Saturdays for visa. Today, you are lining up at 4 a.m. for visas. ACS is full of Nigerian children trying to get their passport. I was born in America stuff. Ẹ̀wọ̀n jẹ́ káwọn máa worship our Americans nílùú wa. Tẹ́pẹ́ àwọn náà worship wa ń gbà yẹn 12.5 370 370. So Pastor Lanre Olúṣèyí àti Pastor Paul Adéfarasin ó ti dé high time tẹ́ máa intervene pẹ̀lú àwọn church members yìí. Kò sí way títí mi dàkú ló máa ṣe wọnú church every Sunday. Tó máa lóun wà ní choir àbí tí Bùsọ́lá wọlé o tí gbogbo ènìyàn máa lọ máa bá wọn distraction ò ṣì. Gbogbo àwọn church members náà máa wò wọ́n á fẹ́ snap wọn á bá ṣe kí nìyẹn ṣé bó ṣe run church nìyẹn. Is that how you're doing your Lekki church there? Creating chaos, creating attention, unnecessary stuff. This is a church versus church thing. This is not Fatoyinbo versus Dakolos stuff. You know, you don't need this. It's dirty. You go abroad. Okay, when I ask some of my friends out there, what Nigerian church, Coza and Daruko, Coza at the Salvation Ministry, Tiwa. I'm not in Port Harcourt right now. Whenever I'm not in Port Harcourt, I'm watching it on the 6 a.m. service. That's my service every Sunday. Okay, I will turn in my 4G modem, Airtel. Larry and Paul, what you pay Airtel, Lori show me, so can send credit to me. I want that 20 gigs you send me every month free. I mean, really, it's good. And the iPhone and the Airtel, yeah, boom. You see BOME preaching. You put it on Bluetooth speaker, 6 to 7:30. You know what I'm saying? You as human beings have to remember that the Lord does not like hate. The Lord likes love. In a church where a couple is attacking a pastor and say that the wife was raped, should have been intervened by the pastor of the couple. So Pastor Adefarasin did not do well here. Pastor Paul, Shidadarara. Ekbe awon Dakolos segbe. A council. Pastor Larry, enough of the shading. Pastor Larry actually said this. I took this off one of his preaching. I don't understand why pastors who sleep with their flock, something about bestiality. Pastor Larry, bestiality is when you have sex with an animal, actually. I mean, abroad, Oyinbos are having sex with horses and all kinds of stuff. Goats gone. Kenyans are having sex with goats. I've seen it a lot. It's called bestiality. But you said pastors sleeping with their flock is bestiality. And this message was a text message that leaked to me. This is very bad. This is hatred and envy. There was a young man called Spesh. He's one of the director of sponsorship for Davido's DMW.